Yo, grown man strength is so different, bro.
I think it's
It's
something about
oh,
it too, because you do even notice. You notice your grip strength is stronger now. I know mine is for
my
sure.
grip strength is way stronger than when I
Yeah,
was a
yeah, man.
kid.
I haven't met a jar I can't open these days, man. I shoot, I can do all kinds of stuff. Oh, that garden hose, that thing stuff. I got it. What's up? Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about barehanded. It could be a little
Oh
bit wet.
man,
Like it doesn't even matter. Like
you
now I'm
got
just
oil
like,
on it, so I
yeah,
still grip
man.
it.
I got that deacon grip strength now. Are we?
You fat.
Are we deacon age? We deacon
Oh
age now?
man,
Oh,
we are
bro,
we are deacon age, bro.
we
We
gotta
are
be.
deacon age.
Let me, man, bro. So I kid called me Unc the other day, and I didn't know how to feel about it. It's the first time it's ever happened to me,
Are
and
you
I think that's why
serious?
I didn't know how to feel about it because you know,
Man, you late getting
and
the
I.
unks, bro.
So for me, I feel like it was a sign of respect because I don't give me a bunch of.
I still got you. Welcome to room 518, family. It's your boy T Rail, aka Big Country. We also got our boy DANT, Dan. Man, it's so good to have you here today. If you ain't already grabbed your drinks, grab your drinks and come on the room. Come on in the room, man. We look forward to talking to you guys today. Definitely been a good week for it seems like both of us. Talking before we always get started like we do. We kind of have a natural conversation, and seems like we both had pretty good weeks. But I'll
Yeah,
start off
not
with
bad.
you, bro. What was your week like, man?
I mean, it was good. It was good. I am taking ever closer to that break that I told you about. So I mean, I'm feeling good. It's almost no matter what happens at work, and I have some up and down moments, just the nature of what I do, you know. And every time I can look off in the horizon and go, I'm gonna have just some
Some good
time, just a
time.
good chunk of time, and it's getting closer and closer
Yeah.
to me. So, and we're in the summer now, and so P is doing a lot more swimming competitively, and I'm liking that. I'm liking having those moments where you kind of can be like sports dad. I never thought that would be
Yeah.
me. I didn't think I had that kind of gene or whatever. Cause my dad's like ultimate sports dad. My dad, and so I didn't think I had that, but seeing my son swim competitively and do well at that, it kind of just brings out. But then I'm so diplomatic too that like you can hear me on video sometime that once he wins, I'm like, all right, good job, good. All right, go guys. All right, let's go, guys. And I'm like cheering the other guys
Oh
on too,
no,
like, come
screw
on,
that. Screw that.
finish.
Good job, P. Oh my.
Yeah, I definitely am. While he's swimming, I got him and them and the other guys. I'm like, all right, come on, finish strong. Now that my guys
What you
touched
mean though,
that
like,
wall
bro?
already.
Why wouldn't you think that you would be a competitive sports dad, bro? You were a competitive guy in general.
Yeah.
I mean, you were especially
Uh,
running, like all
yeah.
that stuff, bro. You were
Yeah,
competitive.
I
Man.
just, I don't know. I think at some point it left me. I was just kind of like, I just want him to be happy and do well with whatever it is he does. Do it well because he loves to do it, not because,
Somebody
you
making
know,
them.
you're right. And, I don't know. But I think he likes this. I think this is his thing, and that's what kind of brings it out of me because I'm like, it's uncharted territory for me. I can swim enough to save my own life, but I'm not like a swimmer. I've watched this boy go eye level with deep water and just jump in, with abandon, and I think that is amazing. It's something that I can't do.
He a
Um,
swimmer. He a
he
swimmer.
is, he is, man,
Yeah,
and
I'm not a
so and I
swimmer.
watch him do it and do it well. I get that kind of thing in me. I'm like, whoa, yeah, that's my
Oh,
boy, yeah.
yeah.
So it's
You know
cool.
what?
It's cool.
The whole
So getting
family
to see
like
more
that
of that
here.
coming up is good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not at all, bro. I'm like I can doggy paddle. It's about what you get. I can swim across a pool. Like I ain't gonna drown, but if it's too far, I might. You know what I'm saying? Like
There
I
it
can't
is.
float for
There,
shit.
we up in there. So that's what I'm saying. That's what really blows me away. When you see, I've seen you some videos. When you see how well he can swim, like, and we're talking about all these different strokes, where I'm just like, wow. Like, I mean, he's putting in the time, and he's got a really good coaches right now that's working with him, and we're looking to do some other things with him. But it's gonna be great to have more chances to watch him swim this summer, and that's about to get ready and start soon. So
That's
yeah,
what's
that's my
up,
week,
bro.
man. What about you?
Oh man. So we came off the birthday week. This week has been
Right.
work and catching up, bro. Like I had to do quite a few yards. That we still, I gave up my line business, but me and my dad do a couple of them together just to kind of keep things in the road. Did
Right.
some cooking this week, but I was sore this week. Like we did a yard, bro, and I woke up and I was like, "Oh, my back!" and I'm just like, "What did I do for my body to hurt so bad?" 'Cause
You
what
gotta
did you
go through
do?
that list, man. That's wild.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, go
because we
ahead.
don't even do that many, bro. So that's what was really pissing me off. Because I'm like, bro, me and my dad might go out and cut like 4 yards and come to the house. And that day we only did, I did my yard and we did another yard that was pretty big. And I was like,
Yeah.
when I got home and woke up the next morning, I was like, oh, like, why is my back hurt? And I was thinking, like, okay, you cut your yard yourself. My yard is big, and I push it because I sold my riding lawnmower. I was like, I'm gonna push it and keep myself in shape. So that was the reason for going back to the push more. Like I'm gonna keep myself solid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Versus
Got it. Got
getting
it.
fat
Yeah.
and sloppy and just cutting the grass
Right.
real quick and trimming. And bro, I was like, oh my goodness, yo,
Gotta go change my
I don't
shirt.
know. I don't know how to feel, bro. I don't know how to feel about it, bro. It's really been like one of those things. It's been like, why could I do this so well at 35?
That's so
But
real.
just 7 years later, bro, it feels
Yeah.
like it's the death of me, bro. And don't let me. You know what I realized too? Like if I drink the night before, like if we like, we have our drinks on Fridays. So most of my drinking days are Fridays. But every so often my lady feel like drinking. So if she feel like getting to it, I'm gonna get to it with her too, like on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
And we drinking. And I get up in the morning, I'm like, "Yo, why the does my ankles hurt?" Like, it be weird shit. Weird shit. So,
I
oh,
don't drink on weekdays really much at all anymore because I just sleep bad. I mean,
yeah,
and I think it's kind of something akin to what you're talking about. But isn't that crazy though? Stuff that we could do before that we had no problem doing. I never woke up when we were back in the real 518. Drank real hard that night and then still got up and went to a 8 o'clock. You know what I mean?
right, right.
And I could not dream of doing something like that right now. I mean, I think our bodies just recovered different. Isn't that crazy how that hits you? So, I mean, think about it like this. Me and I think Doom.
Yeah,
I don't know. Could have been we're playing basketball at my house. We got that goal at our house. Or did. I don't know if it's still there, but it was for years. And we were playing
it's cool.
basketball. Whoever it was I was playing with, were playing basketball against my dad and one of his friends, right? And this was a rare thing. This didn't happen that often. Like they didn't play like with us. I think they just happened to be there. My dad had been putting some meat on the grill for whatever reason, and his friend just happened to be there. And we were shooting basketball, and these dudes were working. You know what I mean? I'm talking like
Yeah.
stuff I don't normally see my dad do, like no look passes and stuff. I'm like, they showing off.
Oh,
You
for
know what I
real,
mean?
bro?
Like no joke. Like they showing off. But at the end of the day, it still was a really close game because by the end of it, they were tired. You know what I'm saying? And we're playing, and now I'm getting a chance to actually, and that got me so hard. Now I get a chance to actually shoot, and I get a chance to actually, play the game and open up a little bit. And after it was all over, I remember hearing my dad talk to his friend, and they're just talking or whatever. And they're breathing kind of elevated or whatever. And my dad just says very nonchalantly to his friend, "Man, can you believe we got old?" And his friend was like, "Man," like he just kind of like
Hey,
was
we
just
used to
like
bust, we
answer
used to
like that.
bust little niggas like this ass.
And boy, when I tell you, I cried because me and whoever it was heard it and was just like, because he said it just so matter of factly, like, "Can you believe we got old?" Now, here's the thing: if we were in high school, say for instance, I'm 16 or 17, then that means my dad would have been like 37 or 38. younger than I
Okay,
am
okay.
now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Saying that. And I'm just like, what happens as we change? Because here I am now too. I used to be able to get up, run a 5K or something just at the end of a day or so, you know what I'm saying? Something like this
Thanks,
at the end of a
bro.
work day. And now I'm so sore after, any bit of it for much longer. Like it takes me a longer time to recover.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Bro, this is what's crazy. You never thought as a kid, you used to be like, why is my parent getting out this car stretching so hard? Like, what's bothering them so much?
Make a
Bro, you never
noise when they
thought
pick
like,
something up.
bro, you imagine a drive could kick your ass now, bro. It's
My knee's
it's
been
funny.
bent too long.
You know what?
That's hilarious.
I'll tell you this before, because I'm about to get into like, okay, I'm so like on this because we 40 now. We 40 in our 40s. So I really want to get into that. But I'm gonna tell you a story
Surprise,
real quick
surprise.
about me. Thanks, man. I was playing basketball against my dad. Now, I'm gonna say something. Like, I was a pretty good basketball player when I was younger. I didn't play for the school. I played AAU a little bit, but I wasn't a bad basketball player when I was younger. And remember playing my dad in the front yard. He was not fast enough to stop me, but that
Mm,
grown old man strength. My pops was like, he would have been 45, maybe a little bit older than I am now. And he pinned me up against the garage door, bro. And it was
wow.
like trying to move a wall, bro.
Oh,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I couldn't get him to I couldn't get him to release me at all. He was and me and it was me and my homeboy against him and his friend. And he was
Yeah.
like, he pinned me and just asked for the ball. And I was just like, this nigga
Oh,
strong.
wow. Yeah, yeah. That
Now,
would have been the
we
same
still
way with me.
whooped their ass because we were faster. But it took everything for me. And I'm like, yo, grown man strength is so different, bro.
I think it's
It's
something about
so
it too, because you notice your grip strength is stronger now? I know mine is, for
my
sure.
grip strength is way stronger than when I
Yeah,
was a
yeah, man.
kid.
I haven't met a jar I can't open these days, man. Shoot, I can do all kinds of stuff. Oh, that garden hose, that thing stuff. I got it. What's up? Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about barehanded. It could be a little
Oh
bit wet.
man.
Like it doesn't even matter. Like
You just
now, I'm
got
just
all
like,
on it. So I
yeah,
still grip
man.
it.
I got that deacon grip strength now.
I'm fat.
Are we deacon age? We deacon
Oh
age now?
man.
Oh,
We are
bro,
we are deacon age, bro.
we gotta
We're
be.
deacon age.
Let me, man, bro. So I kid called me Unc the other day, and I didn't know how to feel about it. It's the first time it's ever happened to me,
Are
and
you
I think that's why
serious?
I didn't know how to feel about it because you know,
Man, you late
and
getting unks, bro.
so for me, I feel like it was a sign of respect because I don't see myself as I see how I've kind of matured over the years. I just don't see myself as old.
Yeah,
And I
yeah, for
don't
sure.
think that that's what he was saying when he said it. I think it was more of I acknowledge, an acknowledgement kind of a thing. So that's at least how I choose to accept it. But I'm just like, dang, am I unk? But then I'm like, I
Nah,
am
you're
unk
for
age though.
sure, bro. You're
I'm
Imma
unk
tell you
age.
something.
Yeah.
I'll say
Has it
this.
happened to you before?
Yeah, because I play like, you're not a sports playing guy, like, you're not playing like, I went to the gym about this been like 10, 15 years ago, like, I was like matter of fact, I was 32. I went to a basketball court. It's the last time I played basketball with some people. No, I was 29. Went to a
Mm.
basketball dude was like, you know what I'm saying? They called me some OG,
Dang,
like,
when you
not
were
just like
29? Well, I mean, you're a giant though.
yeah, but you don't
You
realize
know.
like you be playing with 18-year-olds, bro. 18-year-olds think that you uncle when you 27, bro. Like you don't realize it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so, like to hear that, I was like, I kind of froze because we was on fast break. You know what I'm saying? Hey, good pass.
He was
I'm like,
he was playing
what?
mind games with you, bro.
Nah, he was on the team. He was on the team. But he hit me with the good pass. You know, just like, oh. Oh my god, like, what happened? I'm not I'm
Oh,
not bruh no more, but Imma tell you, like, what happens
right.
when you become unk though, what happens is, especially I don't know where it is like nowhere else, but you get a look different amount of respect, and it's not the type of respect of, like, I respect your game, it's the type of respect of, if you foul me, I ain't gonna wanna fight you right away.
Right,
You know what
right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like,
See, I was picking up on kind of a respect vibe as well. That's what I'm saying. I
yeah,
didn't take offense to it when I heard it. I was just taken aback to, wait, what? And I'm like, wait, I am of an age now. Isn't that right? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy to think that here I am. I remember going to a party around my dad's 40th birthday or something like that, right? And I
mm,
remember Kelly going. It was like kind of early on for us, and I remember her going, and my dad was turning 40.
for real?
Yeah, and I'm like, that was like
You was with
20
Kelly
years ago.
already?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Holy
it was pretty early on, but I'm like, this is 20 years ago, and here I am now, the age that he was at that time, and it's just like it feel like no time, you know. To
no, I
and that
don't.
really
So,
puts you in the mind of, kind of standing in their shoes and doing the things that thought you thought growing up, and you kind of start looking at yourself like, what things have I done? Have I
well, question,
achieved grown man status? What's up?
facts, question. So, we hear people say it all the time because they be
Yeah.
like, 30's a new 20, 40's a new 30. Like,
Oh, okay.
do you really feel like that? Because I feel like in certain ways, like to me, it's not a prideful thing. Like I'd rather be. I'm 40. I'm cool with 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not cool with
Hmm.
all some of the shit to come with it. You know what I mean? But is
Yeah.
it? Because even when we look at the older people now that we would have when we were 20, looking at a 60-year-old, they looked old, bro. It's like, damn, man, if I get 60, I might die like right away.
I mean,
You know?
it looked like back in the day, it definitely did. When you saw somebody and was like, "Oh, they're 60," that's what 60 looked like. It was, a bunch of
Yeah, it
Abe
was old.
Simpson looking mugs,
Exactly.
and but yeah, that's not what you see today. 60, 70-year-old folks look, they still look pretty vibrant. And so, uh, I
Bro,
mean,
it
I
looked
think it
like
gives
that.
me a little bit more faith. And like I said, yeah, I think most people, I think, are surprised to find out how old I am, and most people find out how old I am based on seeing Preston or finding out that I have a son that's 15, and it's like, wait, you know, how old are you, kind of a thing.
I fact
So
facts, facts. I will say,
yeah,
I know that my beard carries my age, so when I let it grow and when I let my hair grow, it
yeah, I
carries
don't
my
have
age.
that problem.
I was working at the hospital now. I actually work with a lot of young women that young, and so, I'm friendly with everybody, bro, all the time.
Oh boy,
And
I
so
don't like
this
where
young
this
lady
going.
it is what it is, bro. Trust me, it didn't go nowhere. Uh, but this young lady was like, you know how you talking to people and then you realize they trying to figure out how old you is because they trying to holler at you. I'm like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and so I
yeah,
just put her
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm 42, got 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, I thought you were like 32. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I appreciate
I
that.
appreciate that. Yeah, 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 yeah,
But I'm
yeah. I've
letting you
had that
know right
happen. Yeah,
now, I'm too old to be messing with you, and I'm in a committed relationship. We are good. But
yeah.
I'm definitely like, but I'm like, so when I was thinking about it, I'm like, does that like is 40 the new 30? Like, are we really in that mindset?
I guess what qualifies that? In
Really?
what ways? What aspects of 30 are we thinking about?
You know what? I
Are
say
we
this.
talking about stability's sake? Are we talking about, looks? Are we talking about style? Are we talking about what? Just
I think that
believability that we could be what a 30-year-old is? I don't know.
now, you know what? Now I say this, bro. Millennials are definitely, especially our age millennials, bro. Our age group of millennials, we outdressing everybody under us, bro, by a
No, I
long
think
shot,
so.
bro.
I think
Like
so.
so,
Their identity, I just feel like has not, and not saying their identity as a whole. I think that each of these people just haven't yet figured out what they're trying to do with it yet. So they're
uh,
bouncing, every couple of cycles they come out with something like, okay, y'all on that now. You know what I'm
yeah, oh,
saying?
we did that already. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So
So
I
I
don't know,
don't
man.
know, man.
I think this particular generation of 40-year-olds still go to big clubs. Back when we were kids, like that was when you got little small little small joints here in bars called like Bigelow's and
Okay.
Dugan's. That used to be where you saw
Okay.
the 40 plus starting to hang out at when we were kids. And you still see it
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
go out for some wings and a beer, I'm gonna go to Dugan's. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Okay.
go to Dudley's because those are still like staples for people, but they're staples for people in the older age range and also the younger. Like now,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you something. Last time I went to Dudley's, which is off of Evans Mill Road, is a staple for older folks. I realized that it was young women in there to take them young old men money, and it was young men in there knocking the back off them old women. Like I'm like, yo, it's crazy. Cause everybody, so if 40 is the new 30, that means 50 the new 40. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
my
it's just kind of
gosh.
like all through there, bro. And I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
But my problem is we can say this, but when I get up in the morning, guess what I feel like?
Tired.
I feel tired as
Sore.
fuck. Like, you still can't go partying like that, man. Like, so where does that put us really? Like, because we
Yeah.
got friends, you gotta think about it. We got friends that when we graduated from college, they started having kids. So at 18, they had
Okay.
one, two, three.
Yeah.
They had them all out the way by 25.
True. Yeah.
So now all they kids is graduating from high school
Grown.
within
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now for those people, is 40 the new 30 based
I
on
see.
that?
Because I mean, they basically are they reclaiming that lost decade or whatever of parenthood, and now your kids are kind of growing up and needing you a little bit less, and you can kind of have your
They
time
young
of
enough to. They're young enough to.
you're
They
young
young enough
enough
to be
to.
like, look, we leaving y'all ass at the house. We about to go on a cruise. We about to go to Jamaica for the weekend. We're going out to this club to meet our friends, other friends that are 40, and we're gonna hang out all night. And
Yeah,
they stay out at a hotel because all y'all grown.
and
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Your
Yeah,
youngest is 17 years old and your oldest is 20, like 21, 22 years old. You can
yeah,
kind of do that.
yeah,
It's
yeah. You
way
could.
different, bro. It's
Yeah,
way different. And we still listen to now that's the thing. Like
which is a
I
good reason I didn't want to have kids like too old. You know,
facts,
uh,
facts.
just was because I wanted to be able to really be young enough to be physical, be physically fit and have fun, you know what I mean, run around and be that kind of parent that is down on the ground having fun, running around,
Yeah,
whatever else, uh but still being able to be old enough to be kind of adults with them too, you know what I'm saying.
facts, facts.
uh and I think we get into a kind of a good point in our house now where uh we're getting into that point of where we're really trying to help him set that trajectory and course, and like it's starting to look really cool, and we can see what kind of man he's starting to be. And that, like I said, that does make me think about, I think when we think about 40 is the new 30 or something like that, I'm always thinking where my parents are, because I feel like they're like right one generation forward. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Being
facts. True.
like 20 years or so old when I was born. So it's like, oh, I saw this already. Oh, I saw this. So I have like a comparison of what they were doing, or at least from my perspective, what I think they were doing at the time, with what I was
Facts,
doing at the time. You know what I
facts.
mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how I look at it. But I think you're right. Uh,
Cause your parents straddle that boom your parents straddle that
yeah,
boomer Generation
yeah,
X.
yeah, they're right in there. Yep,
Yeah, man, they're in a really sweet spot. Just like
yeah,
millennials in a sweet spot, they're in a
I think
different
so.
sweet spot. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Um, so how does that look like? Cause your parents were is in a generation that wasn't considered like not a cool generation. I think
How do you mean?
like they wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like we look at baby boomers, we like, man, y'all take up everything. Y'all listen to
True,
old music, want everybody to listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
true. Yeah.
Whereas Generation X wasn't necessarily Generation X was a little bit more hip. The problem with Generation X is they were on a lot of drugs, and a lot of kids ended up being raised by grandparents, right? Like,
Yeah.
but you seem to be your parents straddled that, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I do think they had kind of that conservative black kind of upbringing, and I don't mean politically conservative, but I mean, conservative uh upbringing, religious, whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think of being on the younger end, they were kind of more liberal when it came to being parents. Like they let us be, they let us kind of go out and
Exactly,
experience
bro.
stuff and
They broke
and
that
and all of that.
traditional, "Hey, you gotta
So
be right here working in the house," or
yeah,
"You gotta do this," and, they're like, "Nah, go live. We'll
yeah,
take care of the house. We got the house," versus, if you go a little bit more into baby boom, they're like, "Look, you gotta take care of all this shit. You gotta" you know what I'm saying?
right,
"You gotta
right,
get a
right.
job and support the family too." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yep,
you're in a real good spot. But I do, one thing that I always try to be um honest about and try to understand the perspective of is we grew up with parents that actually we didn't grow up in bad environments where we didn't have whether it was grandparents or parents, we had people who were really supportive. They worked real hard. So it's not like they needed you to do a lot more than be a great
yeah,
kid. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So that made the
yeah.
difference. Now, I got a serious question. Don't get mad at me about this question, okay? I'm saying that now.
Okay,
I'm saying it now, Dad. Don't get mad at me.
all right.
So
I'm gonna
if
receive the
40
question
is the
before
new
I say.
if 40 is the new 30, 50 is the new 40, that 60-year-old you picked up at 20 years old. Which
Mm-mm. I'm sending that all the way. I'm
no,
already
that's
sending
60.
that back.
Hey, look, at 20 years old, would you have knocked her off, bro? Because the 60-year-olds look a lot different now. That's a real question, bruh. That's a real question. Don't be too high and mighty, but you can't act like you ain't seen no 60-year-olds these days. Now the problem is that's close to your mom age now, but
Exactly.
back then it wasn't. He was older than your mom,
Right.
but but you know what I mean. Like I was thinking about it, I'm like, yo, it's some 60-year-olds I know. There's some whole Vivica Foxes around this mug, like young
Okay.
Vivica. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if I done
Yeah.
gave her a ride and then gave her a ride.
I
You
don't
know what I'm
know.
saying?
No, no, no. I don't no. No. No, that wouldn't have worked for me.
So you mean to tell me
No.
now, if you met somebody that looked like a older Halle Berry, because Halle Berry is still attractive, and
And
you
yeah,
gave her a
she's my
ride.
around my mom's age. Yep.
But I think the problem is you wouldn't have been offering to give her no ride because you've been like, you're not struggling enough for a ride.
If she if
You
she
know what I'm
if
saying?
she was in the same state and condition that this lady was in, with the same conditions of the day, like a hot summer day, a lady with a bunch of bags or whatever, I still would have said, "Hey, are you okay?" I still would have offered her a ride or whatnot. Yeah,
Bro, bro, the sun is hot. Like, it is hot
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
You can look like that. You could be perfectly fine in age and look like that at
True.
25, given how hot it is outside now. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to take of this. I don't
Oh wait, I hate to switch it up. I just thought of
No, you good. You
something
good.
because we were talking about 40 is the new 30 or whatever. And I guess I'm just always thinking about my more curmudgeon side. And I'm like, when you think about some of the things that make me think about being older, you talked about getting up in the morning or whatever and how you feel. And that just made me remember, the kids in the neighborhood where I remember being out in the neighborhood and playing and
Okay,
everything else. And
okay.
now I'm just like, hey man, y'all go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go. I don't see nobody down there. You know what I'm saying? Like go play over on that side.
Oh,
Or music being too loud. Like you talked about going to a club or even like a sports bar or something. And I'm like,
Yo, me and Maja
And I'm
just
like,
had this
music too
conversation
loud.
the other day.
I don't want to even do it, man. So it's stuff like that that make me feel like, but now I feel like I might have just been catching up to being unk because I felt like this a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to go there even then. So now I feel like, oh, okay, now I have some good reason.
Bro, me and Maja just
I'm
talked
old.
about this the other day. We rode past you in Atlanta, it's a restaurant called Spice House. A lot of people
Okay.
from Atlanta. If you live in Atlanta, you know Spice House got about 4 locations. They're pretty good. But the one downtown, we went on a date there and they play the music so loud, bro. Like
Is it
it's
live
so
music?
loud. Huh?
Is it live
It's a
music or are they
DJ.
playing it through a
It's
speaker?
an
Oh,
actual
okay.
DJ, like sitting there, like, you know, DJing and
Yeah.
playing music. And we were
Turned
talking
up as
about it,
loud
and I
as
was
it can
like,
go,
bro, we were at a at the Spice House. And actually, this is the first time I realized that we both were getting older because we were both sitting there like, yo, this shit is too loud. And I'm gonna tell you what made me think that
huh?
in the moment. Like, I was sitting there, we eating like good plates. The plates are good. Spice House is a high-end Jamaican restaurant. And
Okay.
I was like, I was like, man, this was so loud, I can't even think. I was just sitting there,
It's just invading your thoughts. Just
yeah, I was
music
like,
just
yo,
sitting
the fact that
inside
I
your head.
said that, the fact that I said
Yeah.
I can't even think, because we were like 38. We've been to Spice House a bunch of times, but this was when we were about third. This was about 38, right? Like a year before we had Indigo. And
Uh-huh.
we're in there, and I'm like, yo, this music's so loud, I can't even think. Like this shit is loud as hell. And when I said it, I was like, damn,
Yeah,
we
it
getting
hit you
old.
immediately, didn't it? Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
said the same thing. She's like, we getting old. I'm like,
Mm.
damn, man, it's tough because we when we date, we go out to like urban restaurants. We go out to places that are not they're high end dating places, but now high end date means that there may be some music in the background, you know, versus oh, this is a 5-course meal and you're gonna spend this much money. It's not quite the same anymore. Now it's like, no, everybody wants to be involved. So we were in there and I was just like, yo, this ain't it right here. Like, we ate our food and got the hell on. But I remember thinking like, damn,
I couldn't do it.
maybe we aging out. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
remember thinking that back then. And that was funny to me because I'm like, maybe we are. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
a
so
tough one. That's a tough
oh
one.
bro. It
Yeah.
bothered the shit
Yeah.
out of me. I
Yeah,
definitely
I tell
felt
you what, as I know it is a tough one. There's sometimes it's those realizations, you know. Like I caught Preston looking like me. Like I remembered myself looking one time and I saw him
for
like
real.
stature, everything. And I was just like, it was almost like an out of body experience, but then I just was like, wow, what? Like you know what I mean? Like it's weird stuff, but like I'll go one further. You wear glasses?
Oh, don't even talk about that shit. Don't talk about it. Okay, so I gotta
So
start soon.
you do?
I gotta, bro. Shit be blurry as hell to me now, man. I don't even. Oh, you
Let me
suck
tell
for
you
that one,
something.
sir. You
Let me tell
suck
you,
for that one.
no, yeah, you need to get them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because so I've been wearing glasses for about a year now. And I was in, I was at work, and student had asked me a question. It was like, "Hey, what's this say over here?" And I was like, you know, hang on, you know, I'm too far away. Let me come over there. I'll show you. And then he said, you can't tell what that says. And I was like, well, you know, it's too far away. You know, nobody can tell what that says. So, no joke, no joke. I said this,
Oh
right?
shit!
And so I'm challenging eyesight at a universal level. Like that's too far. That's too far away,
This
right?
is too far
Nobody
for
can see that.
everybody.
Right, right. So if I can't see it, obviously, you know, because I've got good vision. So
Oh shit!
always have. And so
Oh
a buddy of
shit,
mine was working with us as well, and he comments on our videos a lot. Shout out Squires. He was there as
Nat
well, and
Turner.
so he goes, "Are you? Yeah, yeah." He goes, "Are you joking right now? You can't see that?" And I'm like, "Well, who could? You know, it's
Did he have
too
on
far away."
glasses? Did he already have on
No,
glasses?
he did not. He did not have on glasses. But then you know what he did? He produced some glasses from out of a case, and he said, "Put these on and look." And I put them on, and when I tell you, I could read it as clear as it was right in my face like this, and I was like, I had glasses like a week later,
So
like
let
no
me ask you
joke.
a question. Let me ask
Yeah.
you a question. He said, "Are you joking?" and pulled out glasses. So he wore glasses, but he just
But
didn't have
it's depriving himself of vision. Like on a regular basis, I see this dude. Like he tells me he won't watch TV with his glasses on. You know, and I'm like, so do you have like an old big back dinosaur TV or do you have like an HD TV? It's like HD. I'm like, why? Because you're not experiencing it. You know what I mean? If you're watching it and it's fuzzy, what's the purpose of, he's like, no, because if you start watching it with your glasses on, you're
then
gonna
you're gonna
always
need
have to
bigger. You're
watch it
gonna
with your
need
glasses
harder
on. And
glasses.
I'm like, man, get out of
He
here.
right though. He
I
right.
love I love watching my TV with my glasses on. I can't look at screens and stuff. I don't need it I only need it for distance. If I'm
Nat,
holding like
Nat Turner.
my
Nat Turner
computer, if
with
I'm
your
looking at my
old ass.
computer,
Nat Turner with your old ass. Put your glasses on, man.
hey man, that dude,
Hey, we do
you can't.
appreciate you though, because you always comment. I know who you are because you always involved. But put your old ass glasses on.
Oh, I, I, I'm
Oh,
not
this is gonna be
responsible
the
for
next.
all
This is gonna be the
comments.
next short.
Why you gonna make a short out of it?
I
So
am.
so look,
I am.
so I go, I make I mentioned it to Kelly, who Kelly also, if you're gonna say, you have to say that to Kelly as well. And she wears her glasses now, but apparently she had been wearing glasses since she was a kid. I didn't even know this,
For real?
So I'm like, you've driven me
Oh my
places. You
gosh.
know what I mean? I didn't even know you wore glasses, and she wears them like her eyes are doing two different things. Like
Oh, she's
I,
farsighted and nearsighted?
whatever. I know they're not
Oh,
operating on the same frequency,
damn.
so
Damn.
so she's always worn them. But for a long time, I'd never seen her wear glasses. I think I remember her saying she had them as a kid. I'm like, maybe she does contact, never seen her change it or talk about her getting LASIK. I've known her long enough to have known if she would have done something like that at this point. Uh, and so she just wasn't having them. At some point, she went out and got glasses. Now she got a bunch of them.
Why do
Um,
women do that though? Why do women get
what? A bunch
so
of
many
glasses?
pair? Bro,
I don't
women
know,
have a
man.
pair of glasses for every outfit. Maja,
She's
if
got
I
a
go
lot.
upstairs right now, she got about 25 pair. I'm like,
That's a
yo,
lot of
what
work.
the
I
fuck?
got to put my prescription in every time and
They go
all
through
that.
Zanny. They go through all
Yeah,
those
oh
little.
yeah, it's already locked in. So let me tell you, I went to go do this eye exam, right? And as I am about most things, I'm nervous. I've never been to one of these places before. I don't know. So go in, little dark room or whatever, nice offices, and uh, guy comes in and the doctor or whatever, and starts doing the exam. So at first, you look at the letters of the chart or whatever. I'm doing pretty good until I get like to about the third, fourth one.
The third
And
line is
then
a tough one, boy. The third line hurt,
you know
bro.
you see yourself doing
Oh,
that,
you
kind
don't
of
feel so
squint
30
for it,
no
where
more.
you, and they're like, it's okay if you, and I'm like, oh, hold on. I
I
can
think
I
I think I
almost
get
I said,
through it.
right, right.
Oh
And I
shit.
just remember being like, I don't have it. And then getting into the chair, and then they start flipping the little glasses in front saying better or worse,
Yeah.
better or worse, better or worse. And he hit one of them, bro, and everything was like looking at HD. And I was like, all right, that's it right there. Like my whole world changed. I was like, oh, whatever this is, stop, stop. But I was about to cry, bro. And he was like, what's going on? I'm like, I thought I could see fine. Like I thought
Oh.
And he was like, "Yeah, it kinda just creeps up on you, they start to go over time," but that really just made me think, like, I've been, looking with these same eyes for 40 something years,
I ain't
and
never needed
the
them.
fact that now they are starting to, wear a little bit just made me think the fact that, we're getting old.
Tear, tear, tear. You know, but what's
Yeah.
crazy is though, so I've been at work and I work nights. So you naturally, if you work a lot of nights and you do stuff in a day, you're tired. You're extra tired. So you can't see quite as clear because you just get tired. When you get tired, vision gets a little bit blurry anyway. But I'm the only one who be like, bro, I can't see none of this shit. Like I can't see faces. I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
yo, no, bro. People's faces be so blurry. I have to walk like within 10, 20 feet of them before I can like really make out. Oh yeah, that's a client I see. We see all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I work in the hospital, so I'm like, hey mom, hey dad, and like people. Usually I'm saying it with their fault.
Man, woman, child,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
all
That's
you
all I
see?
see. That's all I
Hey,
see, bro.
in
And I'm
this
like,
in this new world in this new world, that's not good enough. You done
no,
got
it
into
is
something
not.
now, bro.
Because
No.
you could be looking at somebody that wants to be called them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. Now this comes into another question. Does the fact that you probably don't like use pronouns make you 40? You know what I'm saying? Like, because 30-year-olds don't care. But at 40, you like, nah, man, that's a girl. That's a boy. You know what I mean? It's so different. Like,
Here's my
I
thing. Here's my thing.
come on.
I am going to say what I think I'm supposed to say. So here's if I see what you know honest to goodness tells me I feel like is a man, that's what I'm going with. You'll have to correct me. Like that's a part that you're gonna have to tell me. I'm not doing that thing. I'm an anxious person already. You're gonna have to tell me what it is you want me to say, or I'm gonna do what I believe I should say, and no
You know
offense.
what?
I won't take offense to you correcting me, and you shouldn't take
Hey,
offense to me, you know,
this definitely speaks to your age.
doing that.
So, this is when
You
like,
think so?
because I feel like 30 years are really patient with that type of stuff. Whereas we like, hold on, hell no. Like, you look like a woman, you're a woman. Now, I don't know what the you want to be called, but you're going to be
I mean,
called
you tell
something.
me and I'll do that, but I'm not about to get ready and jump through the hoops and this, that, and the other. If that's an important thing, I think you might want to let us all know before you start getting on this horse about me. How am I supposed to know? You know what I'm saying?
That's the question. Does that mean that, like, so it feels like 40 is the new 30 is based on an old metric, if that makes
How you
sense?
mean?
It seems that now, like as 40-year-olds, we're a lot more impatient with that type of thing because we didn't grow up in that, right? Like, so
Okay,
we may act younger, we listen to younger music. We definitely look younger. We don't look as stressed as a 40-year-old
agreed,
would have looked 30 years ago.
agreed.
But are we also still dealing with the fact that because we're aging, it's still certain social norms that no longer the norms. Now, so
Okay,
we gotta deal with that, like and that's one of those things, right? Like, because 'cause you're trying to still be understanding of it, but it's like, "Look, Imma be
right.
understanding of it, but I'm still gonna be impatient if it's too intricate." Like, if I gotta dig into this shit
Yeah,
too
yeah,
deep,
yeah, yeah. Don't
you know what
make
I'm
me
saying?
jump through hoops for something that's not
Yeah,
my life's plan. That's yours. You know what I mean?
facts,
So
facts.
I'm not asking you to do anything on my behalf, so don't start trying to make me do why do I have to do work to support your life thing? Like I'm happy to do you say she fine, but don't be coming at me with no attitude. Just say it. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. But we're not doing this back and forth and this whole thing. That's not for me to be hashing out. You should come out and just say it. I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I think you're right. I'm not willing to do I'm not asking anybody to do anything and I'm not trying to disparage anyone and I don't particularly care how
Yeah,
you live your life. You know what I mean? So I'm fine saying he, she, they, but you're gonna have to tell me
yeah.
first. You
Well,
know what
let
I'm
me ask
saying?
you a question.
Or I'm gonna say what I think I'm supposed to say.
Let me ask you a
Don't
question,
be
'cause
upset.
that pretty much, like, as far as the way we feel. Like, we know we're gonna get up. We're not gonna feel as good as we felt in our 20s, you know what I mean? But
Right. Yeah. That's true.
that doesn't necessarily make you 40 because you can still go party and have a good time because 40-year-olds like to party. We still look younger. But
Some.
now as you get older, if you was 25, what would you tell your 40-year-old self that you didn't know then?
Wow.
Like,
That's a
what
tough one.
advice would you give yourself
I I
at
think
20?
about that all the time. Not all the time, but I've thought about that before, and I don't know, that advice is in flux. I mean, especially looking at the times such as they are, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
But I would say be even more true to who you are, you know what I mean? I
You
think
know
that
what? That's a good one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, be even more true to who you are. I think I was just learning to present that. Remember, I did a whole lot of, oh, nothing can stop me, nothing can hurt me. I'm Dan. This, I kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
how
I
I
got
was
you,
at
I
that
got you.
time. That was just a projection. I was trying to make myself believe that at the time. I think something, I guess, that has gotten better approaching 40 is that I actually feel that way now. Not in a ego kind of way, but I feel that I've
You didn't have to fight about it. You would just it was
no,
just
no,
a part of
I
you.
am who I am, you
Yeah.
know, uh, and I know who that person is. I think I'm more confident and comfortable in who that person is, and I'm not trying to project confidence. I am confident now. Of course, that's still the same
Mhm,
inside
mhm.
of that same anxious body and mind that I've always had, but I think I'm in more uh I understand it a lot more. I'm in a lot more control than I ever was,
That's a
and I'm
strong
more
statement.
at peace with myself than I ever was. I mean, you know me, there would be a time, anxiety would be really bad. I mean, it was not a whole lot you would have to say to me that would make me upset, you know,
Very true, very
sometimes.
true. I
And
was one of the few people that could deal with your ass. So
The other ones here in this house. um, but yeah, no, I think that yeah, that has come over time, and I think that is just kind of knowing myself, and that's something I would just, it's okay to actually be that, you know, and see where it goes, see where it
okay, that's
goes.
pretty good.
But I wouldn't want to change it too much. Uh I love my family. I love the way my life is. I wouldn't want to tell myself. But at 25, I was already on the road to being a dad. You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts, facts. By 25 you were, which is,
yeah. So buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin.
that's something that you would tell yourself. Facts. Buy
buy Bit
Bitcoin when it's 35 cents. Go
boy,
on and
buy
get it now.
Bitcoin, boy. Yes,
Oh
buy
my gosh,
Bitcoin.
bro. That's
Buy
definitely something I
Bitcoin.
would have told myself. I'll
Yeah,
say this,
yeah.
because by 25, I was a dad already. Now, the difference between me and most is at 25, I was a dad. At 28, I was a dad. And at 40, I'm a dad. Most
Yeah.
people
Oh
are
my
not
gosh, yeah, that's
born
right.
over such a long expanse. But I did a lot of, if I could say that. Don't spit.
My
Oh,
mom,
I am one of them.
hey,
Um,
you know, I I'm not even where he is, so I can't control what he say, mama. I don't.
Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry,
I'll
mama.
try to catch it in the bleep
'Cause my
factory.
mama
We'll
my
see.
mama gonna get me. My church watches this, so they gonna get me.
Oh my god.
I got on the Jesus is an alien thing. You know what I mean? Like it is what it
Oh
is.
right, yeah, you did do
Yeah,
that.
like so. My mom was like,
Hey,
"I'm
I
watching this right
didn't.
now." I'm like, "Don't watch it right now. Watch it later." You know, so watch it when I'm not at your house visiting. Okay,
Hey,
don't
we
watch it
just
while
trying to
I'm here.
make y'all laugh, man. Come on.
Yeah, no. Well, it's We making you laugh, but behind every joke is a real sentiment. So,
Oh yeah, we
um,
believe it. I mean, I'm not saying we don't believe it, but we
yeah,
all trying to make y'all laugh though.
facts, bro. Like, so I don't know, man. If I was 25, that would probably be my biggest thing is like stand on whatever you believe. Like,
For sure.
I've always been supportive of people, but even in my 20s and my 30s, I would bite my tongue if I felt like it made you uncomfortable. I think at this point in my life, if it make you uncomfortable, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't say that I was with it, but I just wouldn't say I was against it. I just wouldn't say anything. But
Uh
it's
huh.
definitely certain things where I'm like, oh no,
But
I'm
you were
definitely
very, very congenial at the time. I think,
yeah.
I think you would speak your piece, but I think if there was big opinions on one side or the next, you weren't quick to jump to either one of them. You know?
No, and I've always been like
Yeah,
that. I've always been like,
yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
But I will say this: my mom has given me the gift of seeing things from different perspectives, and I've always used that term. I've always used that term perspective. Um, and that's because if you're looking at something from one perspective, then you're gonna always feel how you feel, and it's gonna be just that's what it is, concrete. But if you can step out of your way and look at it from someone else's angle, then you may not feel quite the same. You might be like, you know what, I see where they're coming from. They may still be wrong, but I can see where they're right in ways. And
Hmm.
so I think that I would probably be a little bit more set on my path, and not really worried about how anyone feels. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing because I think that the way that I was raised definitely,
I mean,
y-
I think some of that stuff you can't do with it. It's already in you. You know what I
true,
mean? I
true.
think so. So when we talk about this, I think, we're talking about in addition to who we were, without taking
Yeah.
out the good things. Because, like I said, I wouldn't want to change where I ended up. But thinking about you saying having, the three different kind of times that you had your children in,
Hmm.
how do you think that getting older affected your parenting, or did it? Did you strive to be the same, or were you okay saying, "Well, I didn't do this with this one that I did with that one, but, times were different."
I'm a honestly, if anybody feels that way, if they feel like they've had kids over a 20-year time span and they're all the same, then they probably shouldn't be parents. They're not real good parents. We change, we're ever growing. Like if you're gonna be a great parent, then it's about growth, right? It's about the
Mhm.
change. And so I'm gonna say, man, with my daughter, my oldest, she 18. She about to be 18 soon. Um,
Man, I can't. That's
yeah,
unbelievable,
bro.
bro.
I mean, you act like you that far behind, bro. You
I
15?
know. But she
15?
was just a bitty. She was
I
just a
know, we
little
remember,
girl.
right? We remember when she was small. But
Yeah.
no, I was I was a lot more intolerant with her when she was younger. If she did something that was real bad, like or I felt like it was real bad, I was real tough about it. Now I'm more we gonna talk it out. I'm a lot more proactive, so I talk a lot more proactive because I realize as I get older, it doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter the generation, people are people. So
Yeah.
there seem to be kind of the same way through every generation. At 8, 9 years old for little girls, they start talking about each other's hair. For little boys, they start fighting. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mm.
kind of know how to deal with every kid and kind of tell them what to expect. With my son right now, bro, we just had a conversation this week, and he hit me up. He texted me. I was driving home from the hospital. He texted me. He says, Dad, when you stopped smoking, how did you stop? And I'm like, why are you asking me about smoking? You know what I'm saying? Like, you start kind of playing in your head, like, what's going on? Like, what you need to ask me about smoking for? And he had to come back and saying, like, I'm not smoking, Dad. But he's
Okay.
dealing with a friend who's smoking, and he's about 14. Uh, so I'm
The
like,
friend
ooh,
is
yeah, the friend's smoking. And so I'm like, damn. Like, okay, I'm like, this is gonna be one of the biggest moments for you because you're gonna realize right now that it's some people that you gotta separate from. And so I'm having those conversations. Back in the day, I'd have been like, don't hang out with him. Nope, you can't hang out with him no more because he smoked, and I don't want you to become that, But it's getting older and understanding with my daughter, who's now older. Um, I'm definitely like, watch the boys. This is what you're about to deal with. But when she was little, it was a lot more reactive, and I was a lot more of a I want to tyrant, but I was definitely was if this was a dictatorship and I was the dictator, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it came off
Yeah,
it
a
came off a
tyrant.
lot tougher. So,
That's a tyrant. That's a tyrant.
it really is the same thing. Um, so, now I got one that's 2 years old. So I'm 18, 14, and now 2 years old. And so it's like
Mm,
the thing is she's gonna get the better parts of all of that. She's gonna get she's gonna get a patient person who understands what she's about to go through, who kind of protects her and prepares her for what she's about to
mm,
embrace and have to embrace, right?
yeah,
Um,
I'm in
and a
that
lot of
mode
times
now
you
for
see
sure.
that. You see that the younger kid is a lot more free willed, but they're also a lot more prepared to be. Like they know what they want to be because the parent has given them a lot more. The parent's given them more patience. They give them more insight.
Mm,
Um, and that's a big thing, right? We don't realize that at the time. We don't realize that we create different personalities. We don't
right,
realize that we create that, right? Your son is a great swimmer because you've given him space to be that. He's going to be a great leader in his own right because you've given him a
mm,
space to have his own personality. And a lot of people don't do that. They be like, "You should act this way." So this kid grows up, especially when we're younger. You need to act this way. I don't like the way that you do this or do that, and it creates a
right,
kid timid because they're trying to figure out how to be.
right. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I know that.
so being
Yeah.
a parent from 23 to 42 makes a huge difference in that. It makes a huge difference in that
So
perspective.
you talked a lot about patience, right?
Yeah,
And I do think in a lot of ways, I mean, I've talked about some of them tonight that I'm a little, I'm a lot slower to anger, or at least, my response is a lot more tame,
yeah.
than it used to be. But there are still things that I'm just a no on. Like I said, the kids, bouncing that basketball over by my house now. Come on, or just generally being around in my space, or stuff like that. So what's a hill that you would die on, like, even with all the patience and zen that you've learned in
Oh.
your years of becoming a 40s something man, but what's something that you still like, hey, this is it, and I don't care what you say.
This gonna sound crazy because it don't sound like a real hill, but Imma tell folks as a statesman in the game at this point, older statesman, like, Google and AI don't make you smart. Like,
Oh,
and
wow.
people love to be like, "I'm smart, I got it together." Like, no, nigga, you just know how to Google some shit, you know how to Imma tell you what really gets to me. You see these young folks online and it's viral videos about it. And they can't pronounce a word. They don't know how to say what they really trying to say. It's like just because you got Instagram or Facebook and it'll tell you what you really it'll it'll help you figure out the wording to say what you want to say. And a lot of times I don't know what I don't know how to say exactly what I want to say, but I know that I eventually figure it out. But these kids
Yeah.
can't pronounce words, yo. They have a
Oh,
hard
yeah.
time. They have a hard time like sounding stuff out, bro. I'm like, Google don't make you smart just because you can find the answer to not make you smart. And I down
I
that
agree.
hill. Like we
I
still
agree.
need to be in our books. Like you still gotta be in your
I agree.
bag.
You have to have something
Bag.
here, because
Thanks.
in the
That's your
event that this
bag.
thing goes away, if
You
this
still
thing
gotta
goes
have your
away,
bag.
you still got to have something. And I
Yeah.
100% agree. I'll stand with you on that hill. I'll stand with you on that hill. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll stand with me on mine, because I mean your whole diatribe here was against basically the younger ones, but I think the opinion I'm about to take is one that a younger person would support. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
but I
Okay.
totally stand with you on yours. Mine isn't as big though, so it seems very uh I guess arbitrary and not very important by what you just offered, but mine
Not necessarily.
is I think that texting is better than calling. You know, you
Yeah,
can
I don't
easily
agree.
just tell me whatever
No.
it is. Don't text me, bro. Don't text me and say, "Hey, give me a call when you can." No, tell me what the thing is right now, and I'll decide whether or not we need a call. Don't be stringing me along. Now I think I got this. Come on, I'm anxious, bro. So now you're telling me there's a need to give you a call. You're being cagey about what it is. When I got a minute, give me a call. How much of a minute? Is this
All right,
you
so
really
time
just
out.
need a little bit of time, or are we, or am I missing dinner, or
Time out.
do I
Oh
need to
my
prepare for
gosh.
this meeting that we're about to have? You know what? Tell me the thing right now, and I'll tell you whether or not we need to talk later on. What were you
Oh
about to
man,
say?
I want to call time out on this because I don't agree with you. But then when you say the texting thing, I agree with you because my dad does this shit all the time. My dad will know what he want to say, and it's my whole thing is if it's not that long, that's how you could tell we were raised into like the in between generation of technology and not because
Yeah.
he'll be like, yeah, son, give me a call and talk to you about something, and I'm like.
Here, right
But
here,
what is
right
it? Like, if it's something important, I get it. But it'll be something simple, and it's like, Dad, you just made me call you so we could waste 20 minutes of a conversation that you could have just told me and I could have just answered you back. You know what I mean? Now,
I could have
he'll
came back
call
to you
me,
with the information. Yeah.
but my dad also does something else where he'll call me and be like, what you got going on tomorrow? And I'd be like, not much. I got to do this, but I ain't got too much going on. Or I'll be like, I'm busy. But then he'll be like, oh, I had this client that wanted us to do something. I'm like, well, I ain't busy enough for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, it's kind of, but I will say, I don't agree with the text and I'm a call me guy. But then it's a lot of times where people call me, like my dad or somebody else call me. And I'm like, well, you could have just texted that, you know? So
Yeah.
there's now my dad is old school and I love my dad. I'm actually I'll say this in saying all of that, I appreciate talking to my dad every day. So it
Hmm.
doesn't matter that it is a text message, but it does be times where it's like that. You could have just texted that to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I agree and
Yeah.
don't disagree, bro.
I guess
Ah,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we're talking state secrets, I get it. It's a phone call.
yeah.
If we're talking, uh, do we still have, you know, peanut butter? Don't have me call you for that.
No, I
Now
need to ask you a question about some peanut butter.
respectfully, Kelly doesn't do that. I just was trying to think of a thing that you would do, but because she doesn't do that at all. But yeah, because she knows, like we text back and forth. So if my phone rings and it's her, I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know what I mean?
It's like
Because
it's a
now
bad thing.
she got to tell me something. You know what I mean? Or it could just be a little bit more high level. You know what I mean? We're not gonna put everything in the log. You know what I mean? So
I want to say
uh,
this. I love y'all relationship. Like I absolutely love y'all relationship. I've
I
been thinking about
appreciate
this
that, man.
hugging shit all the time, and I'm like, Maz, you need to hug me more. And it's so unfair. Maz, it's so
I
unfair.
appreciate that, man. Hey, you are you are
A
have played a big
catalyst,
role
so
in
to
that. Yeah,
speak.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
So to speak,
no, but it's not my relationship, and I absolutely,
you
um,
can take some pride in it, is what I'm saying.
for
Yeah.
sure, bro. And I love my relationship. Whether we're talking about my relationship now or my I mean, I love all my relationships. I think I've been privileged enough to date great people, and I love the woman that I'm with now. We've been together for a long for quite a while now. 6 years, 7, 8 years now. So it's been a great relationship. But I love some of the things that you guys do to set up because that's you set up your norm, right? You make your norm. You make this is what we're gonna be. This is our baseline. And you guys
Yeah.
have done a good job of making a great, healthy baseline for
Oh
yourselves, and
man,
I
appreciate
appreciate
that.
that, man. So, it's dope. Oh man, I really wish you would answer that question about the 60-year-old though. I know I'm jumping around.
Hey, you know what? You know what? We're gonna do that one through text. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that one through text.
No, you might need to
We'll
call
talk
me.
about that. Yeah.
You might need to call my phone, sir. But
You
no,
know what?
man, I
I will
appreciate it.
text you first something, and then we'll talk about it in a call.
'Cause you need to call and expound, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
why I be needing to call. Imma tell you what I don't like about text messages, the reason I feel like with text messages, 2 things happen. When my daughter, I'm telling her, "Don't let no dude text you," because that gives him too much time to come up with the answer.
True,
You know what I'm saying? Gives him too much time to
but you're
figure out
not
what he
them.
wanna think. True, true, true. But no, I don't want her to get used to that. As a man who's raising a daughter, don't give no boy a whole bunch of time to come up with what he's trying to say to you. He need to be able to say it
Okay.
real quick, you know. But at the same time,
You're some
otherwise,
fool that don't think about what he say before he said.
for real, no, I need a fool who he ain't thinking about it because what he's saying is genuine.
What
You
he's
know what I'm
saying
talking
is
about?
genuine. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I
But
love
man,
that.
this has been a
Yeah,
great
man.
episode. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I know we both got things going on in life, man. Life is definitely a busy little process for us, bro. But it's been an
No,
awesome
yeah.
episode.
No,
I've
I loved
enjoyed
it.
talking about our 40s looking like 30s, and
Yeah,
I think
man.
this
And
is
and
pretty real black.
some might say, the late 20s is
No, you up now, bro. You 31 at least.
Yeah, man, dude, bro unked me into my late 30s or whatever it was. I was like,
Damn, like he
no,
stepped
and he
on
didn't
your
even
ass.
think I was that old. It was based on the fact that I said, that I had a son in high school. And then he started calling me Unc after that. I was like, dang, bro.
No, don't try to preface it.
That
Don't try to
that
make
unked me.
it right now. No, you hung before then. Stop with the bullshit. You was already no.
Nobody unked me in my 20s though. That's something else.
Oh man,
So
it was a
what's
great.
that say?
You talking shit right now is what that says. You talking shit. But I was already working. I was working a lot in the restaurant industry, and I went to the basketball court with some guys that I managed in the restaurant industry at that time. And so they already
Mm.
knew I was older, so they automatically introduced me as restaurant manager, GM, assistant general manager for my restaurant. But he coming to bar
Mhm.
with us today. So they automatically went to Unc. I'm like, God damn. I got on regular clothes around this bitch. I don't look like Unc, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, bro. It
Yeah.
is what it is. I just gave you some background on why it happened the way it happened.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
okay.
god.
It still sounds older though.
God damn it. Ah, oh.
You came
No,
out
but
there
this has
like
been a
Uncle
great.
Drew.
Nah, he need to be called Grandpa Drew. That's the crazy thing, right? No, but
But yeah.
I appreciate it, man. This has been a great episode, man. Guys, we need y'all to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hey, first of all, we need y'all to subscribe. We got 15 subscribers, and we're definitely doing a lot more work than 15 subscribers. Now, what is great
Yeah.
about it is
So preface that real quick by saying that we have so this show started out on the Quiet Loud channel on YouTube. It is now branching off onto its own channel to give it a little bit more room, put a lot more clips and some other stuff on there.
true.
And that channel presently has 15 subscribers, but we do need more. So hit us up at subscribe to both the Quiet Loud if you haven't done it yet, and
Room
room
518.
518. All right.
Yeah.
Please support us in that way. We're gonna keep doing a lot more, bringing a lot more to you, and we do read the comments and try to bring the topics and the things that y'all want to hear about. Sorry to cut you off.
No, because you're right. We do. We definitely take time to listen to what you're talking about. We go back and watch. We go back and review. You guys are in the midst of something that is going to be incredible over time. Mostly because we're not talking about regular stuff all the time. We will get deep into our bag if we need to, depending on what's going on in current events. But we also try to keep things lighthearted as possible. And we try to give both perspectives. Even if we don't necessarily both agree with both perspectives, we could
Right,
be
right.
both on the same side, but we try to understand both sides. So,
Little
when
devil's advocate every here and again. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So Definitely like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys come see us next week on Room 518. This has been a great episode. One thing that we want to make sure that you do, and one thing we want to make sure that you understand is that we are here because we want to make sure that we're pushing the culture forward in the direction that it needs to go so that when it gets there, that we make sure that it gets there on time.
On time.
Yeah, I'm
It took a little longer to get that this time.
Yeah, I'm tipsy, bro. I'm zooted. Like, oh my gosh, I've been drinking. Hey, y'all come with your glasses next week. Come with your glasses. Make sure you have your drinks with you because we're gonna have a good time.
I'm gonna put something in mine. This is juice. 100% juice.
He don't drink nothing but juice, man. I'm with it. I'm with it.
You know what? I might put a little something in there next time. A little something.
I'm drinking wine. No, I'm sorry. I'm drinking rum. This is rum and triple sec. So it's rum and triple sec with some juice in it, man.
I'm drinking wine. Oh wait, no. It's rum. Like that was a big departure, bro. Like,
no, but hey, honestly, wine get me the same way. The type of wine I drink. So.
Oh, yeah, man. You want them deep reds or something like that?
Yeah, bro. The strong stout reds that are a little bit dry. Ooh, have you through that? Be like 17% alcohol. Oh.
You may well go and take a shot or something. Those things are so, I can't enjoy them. I can't enjoy it. Now, I don't want something sickly sweet, but I do want a little blush, a little something. All right, we're getting back into it again. This has been a great episode, man. And like I said, it's always one of the highlights of my week. I enjoy doing this. Y'all like and subscribe, man. We'll see y'all again.
Man, take care, man.
Peace.
Peace.